Ringside Side Eyes with Jimmy Vibes.
You just want to talk wrestling bullshit. We've said it. No, you're in the river, bitch. Hey everybody, it's that time again. I am back to do a review of WWE 2K18 all women's entrances. I'm so excited. I'm not doing it alone because I feel like that's so stupid and boring. Like I need somebody else to do this. So I got my good friend and one of my gaming buddies, Blake. What's up, Blake?
Nothing much. How are you?
I'm excited, and I know you're excited too because you're a big ass gamer just like myself. Maybe
Hell
even
yeah.
actually you're a bigger gamer than me, I would say.
Of course.
And I'm still getting my training in, Blake, and I'm ready to whoop that ass. So you better get ready, bitch, because it's coming. I'm coming, fire and fury, baby. Okay. All right, save your shade. But listeners, the listening crew, okay. So this will obviously be on YouTube, of course. You know, I post everything on YouTube, and you can actually view it on iTunes as well because I do a visual podcast. So if you're listening to this on iTunes, I'm pretty sure you can view this as well. So it's going to work either way. But I'm super excited, and I'm ready to get it started, Blake, because we have I think it's 32 or 31 women. How many women do we have to look at?
Let me do a quick little count because I have a list right here.
Yeah, I think it's 31. It could be 32. I'm not sure. I think it's 32 entrances plus the Bella Twins entrances together, but...
Yeah, like 30, 31, 32,
all right.
something like that.
Well, let's get started. Let's start this bad boy over here. Let's see, who do we got first? Who's coming up first? We got Alexa Bliss first, okay? We're going to do this in alphabetical order. Shout out to Dank Ops. I know that he's getting pissed off with people reposting his videos, but boy, get over it. We're going to do it. But I think Alexa looks good, okay? I know there's a big controversy going on with Alexa's look this year. She's only worn this attire one time, and I've seen this jacket that she's wearing a couple of times, but never the way that she's wearing it in the game. And they kept the same entrance from last year, but overall I like the hair. I think the hair is good, and the face is 10 times better because last year I was not feeling Alexa Bliss's face. But I'm okay with Alexa Bliss, but I just wish that they added in her championship entrance. Like, come on, this girl's won championships on both brands. I don't understand why Alexa missed the update. How do you feel, Blake? And this is your girl, this is your baby. What's the tea?
It is. And, okay, so honestly, I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. As far as looks go, her model looks fantastic. You know, it's like 10 times better than what it was in 2K17. As far as like the jacket goes, yeah, like you said, we've never seen her wear the hood before, but we've seen her wear the jacket. She's worn it like twice on SmackDown, but she never wore it after that. As far as the gear goes, she's only worn it once, and people are complaining because of the logo on her top, and I'm like, Community Creations, they're going to fix all that for us. They're going to have all the gears for us. It's fine. As far as the entrance go, yeah, it's outdated. That's the only thing I was a little pissed off about. I was like, out of anybody, this girl has been champion on both brands in the last year. Out of anybody, it should have been her and Charlotte with championship entrances. But, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, her entrance in this game this year is not too far off from what she does. It's pretty much still the same animation. Like, it's like 90% accurate. There's like 10% that you could change, you know. She doesn't have her gloves, you know, on the entrance this year. I thought she was going to have the gloves, but it's just quick little things that, you know, you can add in yourself. They have black gloves that you can put on and put the logos and everything. So it's a lot of quick fixes and stuff like that. But overall, I am very happy with Alexa's model. I'm very happy with her entrance. And I'm just overall happy about her being in the game.
Definitely, because I definitely can see people fixing her up quickly and get the gloves on her and take off the jacket. You know what I mean? It'll look good, but it's just a bit of a bummer because her entrance with the title is so like her. You know, nobody's rested the championship on their shoulder the way that Alexa Bliss does it. So I feel like it would have been dope if they added that in there. But you know, there's always next year. So overall, I'm excited. I'm okay with Alexa Bliss. I don't think they did a bad job.
Right.
Up next, we have Alicia Fox, who's causing a bit of a stir on social media lately. But this is her, what is it? I think this is probably her 8th time being in a WWE video game. And I have to say that this is my favorite Alicia Fox model. I think she looks great. The hair is something I've always wanted Alicia Fox blonde in one of these video games because she's been blonde for so long now. The gear is on fucking point. I love the red gear. Alicia Fox has always looked good in these video games. I have yet to see a bad one. I really used to love the green Alicia, the one with the green attire and the red hair. I love that Alicia Fox. I'm not sure which one that was from, but I have to say that this is probably my favorite Alicia Fox model. I love it. What are your thoughts, Blake?
Well, first of all, I know you're colorblind, James, but, like, you do know that the gear is pink, right?
Is it pink? It looks red to me. Yeah, I am colorblind.
Yeah, you're colorblind. Yeah, but it's pink. But anyway, I just want to point that out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm overall excited about Alicia's model. I think, like you said, this is probably her best model to date. And that's one thing I was worried about, along with other people on Twitter. I saw a lot of people saying, 2K and WWE games people, the creative team, always kind of tend to either mess up or totally botch when it comes to multiple hair colors. And that's what I was worried about with Alicia, because the girl's got like 5 colors in her hair. Because, it's all blended together. So I was like, ooh, I don't know if they're going to aim it. I don't know if they're going to land it correctly. And they did a fantastic job. I like the gear. It wouldn't have been my choice. I don't like gears. For me personally, that's something about me, and I know a lot of other people on Twitter agree with me, is that I'm a person that likes gears to be basic templates. And what I mean by that is gears that don't have patterns on them. Because when people go and try to make gears for community creations, they have to add logos to cover up that pattern.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah, that's the only nitpick. But other than that, she looks fantastic. I'm happy that they got her hair right. They got the gear looking good. Overall, Alicia Fox, fantastic job. Fantastic job.
So good. They really did that with Alicia Fox. I give it to them. Up next, we have Alundra Blaze, who's a Hall of Famer. Now, this is a copy and paste from 3 years ago. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm ready to move on to the next. It's just so disappointing. Like, she has so many characters that she's done. She's done Medusa. You know what I mean? All these different looks. Yeah. It's like, and we're going to get this one, and this one's not even cute. Like, I'm over it. Boring.
I mean, what do you expect? They did the same thing with Trish and Lita for years.
Yeah, so it is what it is. Nothing new. It's Alundra Blaze, and and you guys know I love Alundra Blaze. But anything else you want to add to it, Blake?
No, she's copy paste. I'm ready to move on to the next one, which is real good.
Yeah, definitely. But hopefully next year, if she's in it, I don't know. I know people are getting upset with the models being the same, the legends. But, okay, who do we got next? Let's see here. Who's coming out?
It should be Asuka.
It is Asuka. Up next, we have the longest reigning NXT Women's Champion. Nobody is ready for Asuka. And this, I have to say, is fucking dope. The entrance update is on fucking point. Like, I wonder if she mocapped it herself. I'm pretty sure she didn't, but whoever did it did a great job. I freaking love this attire. This is one of my favorite Asuka attires. I love the hair, the dark purple on one side, and then the magenta pink, I believe. The Kimura, or it's not a Kimura. I forget what that coat's called. Is it a Kimura? It could be a Kimura. I think
I don't know what it's called.
It is a Kimura.
You got me.
It's great. It looks good. It moves well. The mask. I love how the mask stays on her face. I love when she rips it off. It's just great. This is a great model of Asuka's. What are your thoughts, Blake? The choker, bitch. I love the choker. Give it to me, Asuka.
This is one of my favorite entrances of the girls this year.
Really?
Yes, we can do top 3 later.
Yeah, we will. And you're not crazy about Asuka. That's the thing. Like,
no.
But you like her in the games, and they got shoes on the girl. They put shoes this year.
Remember, I told you it bugged the hell out of me.
It did.
That they didn't put shoes on her, because I was like, why are you not gonna put shoes on her? Like, because she didn't. When she was in Japan, she didn't wrestle with shoes. She had just her kick pads on, no shoes on. So I was like, okay, but the girl's not in Japan no more. So why are you not giving her no shoes? It really bugged me, but it's whatever. They gave her the shoes. this is my favorite Asuka gear, so I'm so happy that it got in the game. And the new entrance, I didn't know if they were going to do a new entrance for Asuka or not. I was thinking in my head, I'm like, there's some girls that I expect to have a new entrance that didn't get one, so I was like, ooh, I don't know about Asuka, but I'm so glad that they got her a new entrance because everybody knows that the Asuka that we've had for the last several months has been kind of this pompous, arrogant type Asuka, and that's exactly the vibe I get from this entrance. It's her pompous, arrogant entrance that she's been doing on NXT.
Yeah.
Up until like she vacated the title. But I'm super happy with Asuka, super happy with the entrance, and I'm super, super happy about the gear. It's my favorite gear of Asuka, so I can't wait to play with her.
You know something, Blake? I feel like Asuka's one of the people that they could have skipped her entrance and we would have been okay with because the model looks so good. And like they could have used that time to focus on somebody like Alexa Bliss. Like I gotta be real. But I'm glad that they updated her entrance because I love it. Like you said, it's so cocky and arrogant. So okay, up next we have the huggable, lovable Bayley. Now Bayley is another one that they updated her entrance. She comes out really Bayley like. She's like swaying around. She kind of looks like one of them inflatable tube men her damn self, the way that her head's bobbing around and stuff like that. But I like it. I like that they put her little dance as she steps back before the inflatable tube men pop out. My only thing is I wish they added like 2 more. I feel like the 4.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, they seem a bit awkward and far apart. But I like the tassels. I feel like it moves well, and it just reads Bayley. Like, honestly, I feel like they nailed it with Bayley last year, and once again this year, they really stepped up the plate with Bayley. It looks really good, and Bayley's one of the favorite people I like to play with. I love to have storylines with Bayley. I like to beat up Bayley because she's a good underdog. I love how the crowd interacts with her when she throws her hands up at the crowd. I think it's dope. They really did that thing with Bayley. How do you feel about Bayley this year?
I think the new entrance is good. Like you said, when she was approaching the stage in her entrance, I was like, oh, Bayley's got a new entrance. And when I saw that she was coming out, like she was doing new animations with her entrance, I was like, no way. They're fixing to add like 10 inflatables on this side and 10 inflatables on this side. And then all of a sudden she does her hands up in the air and it's a blue and orange one on each side, just like last year. And I busted out laughing because I was like, that's corny to me. I was like, how you going to give her a new entrance? But the inflatables are like a huge part of Bayley's entrance, they're always, a signature prop in her entrance, and
they're in your face. They put it in our faces, and then it's like,
yeah. And so I was thinking, I'm like, I didn't ask them to throw like 20 on each side, but I was like, maybe at least like 5 on each side, different colors, but not just some random blue and orange ones. But it's not that big of a deal to me because I'm not like the biggest fan of Bayley. I didn't really care if she got a new entrance or not, but I appreciate that they gave her a new entrance. The gear, I don't mind the gear. It looks good. I like that she has a little black jacket that says Just Bayley on the back. It's cool. But overall, I'm happy with Bayley. I'm good. She has good entrance, good gear. Everything's good with Bayley for me this year.
Yeah, that's good. It is what it is. Up next, we have the Steampunk Queen Becky Lynch, who has the same animation as last year with her entrance, but Becky looks great. I feel like last year they did a good job with Becky, and this year they did a pretty decent job. I love her hair. I think the hair is on point. I noticed the trend with the braids with the hair because a lot of the women on TV has been braiding their hair as of late, and I'm glad that 2K captured that. I feel like Becky looks good. The only thing is I wish she had a different jacket because this looks like the jacket from last year. It looks too much like the one from last year. I'm not sure if it's a different one. Is it the same one?
It's the same.
Yeah, that's my only thing with it. But other than that, I think Becky looks great. Like, I like her gear under that jacket. It's one of my favorite Becky Lynch gears. I wish she plays around with it and brings it back, with like incorporate a bit of a steampunk flair to it, but I like it. I think Becky looks really good. She looks like a badass. She looks like fucking Becky Lynch. What are your thoughts?
As you said, same animation. But one thing I did want to point out is that when it comes to, it's not really a big deal to me. It's just something that I always look at, something that I always harp on when I talk to other wrestling fans on Twitter or whatever, is Becky Lynch's ring gears for me are very hit or miss, since she's come up to the main roster. And I was worried. I'm like, I don't know what kind of gear she's going to get in this game. And I was like, I'm thinking about, because everybody for those of you who don't know, they scan gears from January to March of the year that it's getting released, the game. So I was thinking about it. I'm like looking through like some images and some matches, and I'm like, I don't know what kind of thing she's gonna have. And I had picked the exact gear she was gonna get, the beige top with the black flowers. I like it. It's like one of my favorite Becky Lynch gears. She looks amazing. Like you said, like she has a new hairstyle, same entrance, but she has a new hairstyle and a new gear, and the gear looks amazing. And overall, I'm happy with Becky. So yeah.
Okay, I'm good with Becky. Up next, we have a debuting superstars into the WWE 2K franchise, and it's an iconic one, Billie fucking Kay. Now, Billie Kay fucking slayed this damn game like she's slaying NXT. Her model looks amazing, especially from the side profile. You can't tell me that's not Billie Kay, baby. I loved everything about the entrance. I love how she's so pompous and arrogant, the way that she's floating down into the ring. I love the backdrop when she's walking down the down the ramp, and you see the Titantron and everything. It just looks really good and very mystique-ish, kind of like her character, the Femme Fatale. The cape is beautiful. The only thing that kind of like bugged me a bit is that they didn't do her signature robe draping off the ropes. You know how the camera follows it. Mm-hmm. But even though we still get that, I just wish they exaggerated more of it with the cinematography when they were doing this game. I just wish they added some more into it. But I will say I appreciate that they remembered that she does that. So I like that. I love how she straddles on top of the top rope and rips off the collar and flares her arms out. I think Billie Kay looks amazing. They did a good job. This is a great debuting model for Billie Kay, and I know that she's a big time gamer, and I'm sure she's over the moon looking at this character because they did a good job. Your thoughts, Blake?
I am 100,000% so happy with Billie Kay's model, her entrance, her gear, her cape, everything. I said this on Twitter, and I kind of got a little flack for it, but I didn't mean like the only. I just meant
what happened?
That what I said was Billie Kay has one of the most current entrances, and what I mean by that is that if you were to turn on an episode of NXT 2 weeks ago, this is the exact entrance she would be doing.
I agree.
And it's not me throwing shade at the other girls for them not having current entrances, because that's not their fault. It's 2K who's making the game. But like when you look, there's like certain things, there's like certain animations that some of the girls do differently now than what they do in this game. Like, you know, for example, Alexa, in her entrance in this video game, she holds up one hand when in real life she does two. That's just like little things I know.
Yeah, because that was her NXT entrance that they had.
Exactly. And so I was just pointing that out. I was like, no, I'm like, Billie Kay has one of the, not the only, one of the most current entrances in this game, because I could turn on NXT tonight or tomorrow, whenever this gets uploaded, and I could go to an episode of NXT, and this would be the entrance that this is the exact entrance I would see from Billie Kay.
Yeah.
So overall, I'm happy. Billie Kay looks fantastic. This is her first game, and she looks fantastic. And I know she's super happy about it because, like you said, she's a big gamer. So I can't wait to play with her. I can't wait to use her and Peyton, the icons. It's going to be so much fun.
I'm excited to see what people are going to come up with for Billie Kay. You know, when they get into the community creations and they come out with all those cute outfits and stuff for these superstars. I can't wait. Mm-hmm. Like the velvet blue one that she's been wearing a lot lately. Like, I love that one. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Billie Kay. Up next, we have Mama Brie Bella. Now, Brie Bella is a copy and paste, which is obvious. She's been inactive for almost 2 years now. It would have been cute if they just threw in one a vintage Brie gear, you know, like switch it up, because Brie is still real relevant, and she has a big base, a big following, so it would have been dope. Maybe give her something red to match her sister. But this is my favorite Brie Bella gear ever. Everybody, if you listen to the show, you guys know that this is my favorite Brie Bella gear, and I'm okay with her being back in the game. You know, it's same as last year. What are your thoughts, Blake?
Honestly, people can like say like, oh, I wish she would have this gear, or I wish, you know, and I'm like, the entrance, that's Brie's entrance. That's, you know, it's very simple. It's very, you know, point the finger, very Trish Stratus, like, it's very basic. That was Brie's entrance. But as far as model and, you know, gear goes, did I expect them to give her new gear? Yes and no. I say no just because, like you said, she's been inactive for so long. But yes, also because of a couple of other girls that got new gears and they've been inactive. We'll talk about them later. Mm-hmm. But so yeah. But overall, I'm happy with Brie.
Yeah.
To be honest, the fans should be happy that she's actually in this game because the girl's been retired for over a year and a half, and she still made it in this game.
You know what, Blake? They should have put in her retirement outfit, like what she wore at WrestleMania. I don't understand why they didn't.
That's what I thought they were going to put her in because they put some of the other girls in those gears. But we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I expect them, like, if they're going to give her a new gear, they'll probably give her a retirement gear. And I'll be fine with that. But, you know, it's a quick fix. People can make that on community creations, and you'll have it. So, quick fix, nothing new. But I'm happy that Brie is in the game because, like you said, I'm going to be using Brie, and I want her to be in my universe mode and all that type of stuff. So I'm happy that Brie's in the game.
Oh, yeah, I use Brie. And Brie is automatically paired up with her sister. I love the whole Bella twin bad girl thing. But up next, Fabulous, we have the Miss Money in the Bank making her way out. She comes out real amped. I thought it was Mojo Rawlins for a second. But I love the moonwalk. I thought the moonwalk was a bit dry, though. They really cut it short, but I'm glad that they added it in there. That was my only gripe. But other than that, I loved that the commentators acknowledged that she's Miss Money in the Bank. I thought that was dope. This is one of my favorite Carmella gears. I just love that fishnet with the bra under it. I think it's cute as hell. And it's so easy for people to work on it and switch it up and put the dollar bills all over it. You know, kind of make it like the Money in the Bank one. I think Carmella looks great. A lot of people gave it a lot of shit for it because of her hair and a picture that came out a couple of weeks ago. But I think Carmella looks amazing, especially when the hat comes off. I still think she looks great. I'm excited for Carmella, and I think they did a good job. This is way better than last year's Carmella, if you ask me. I'm here for it. What are your thoughts?
Amazing. I'm super happy about Carmella. As far as gear goes, I'm 100% happy with it. It's the gear I thought she was going to have, and it's the gear she deserves. You know, people are saying, oh, how come she could have gotten this? And I'm like, they scanned the gears between January and March, so don't expect them to have anything like, you know, past WrestleMania. But like you said, you can fix that. Quick fix, no problem. But as far as the entrance goes, now, Carmella's one of my girls. I will say that. But I watched all the entrances a few times today just because I wanted to get a good... I wanted to digest all the entrances. And talking about the moonwalk, like you said, it was cut short, but from a certain angle, it looks like she's moonwalking in place.
It does.
And I'm like, And then I saw another person uploaded Carmella's entrance from a different angle, and it still looks the same way. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna complain about it. You know what? Carmella got a new entrance, new model, new hair. I'm pretty sure she's gonna have some new moves, and she got a new entrance. And so I'm like, I love Carmella, so like, and people complaining about the hair and the way it is, or like the way it's colored, and I'm like, we have the hair dye option. You can color it the way you want it. And speaking of, like, you know, people were complaining about her hair. I actually saw a match earlier today between her, Naomi versus Sasha and Bailey, and it looked fine. So,
ooh, you gotta send me that. I want to see that.
Yeah, I'll send you it after we're done.
All right, thank you.
But yeah, all the girls look good, and like the hair flowed fine, you know, whatever. So I'm happy with Carmella. Can't wait to use her. And another successful game, because last year people said that she was one of the best looking models, and I think this year she's one of the best looking models. So I mean, they continue to, you know, keep it up with Carmella. So I'm happy.
Yeah, they did a good job with Carmella. I'm here for it. But bitch. Up next, we have the Queen, Charlotte motherfucking Flair, bitch. Ugh, let's just take a moment, guys. Look at this. From the fucking robe, the collar piece, the hair, the royal blue, bitch. I'm here for it. The twirl. Give me the twirl. They really did it for me with fucking Charlotte Flair. I love how when she walks to the end of the ramp, she puts her hands up and she pulls off the robe, and then she gives that sultry look to the camera and keeps it moving, as Charlotte does on TV, and then into the fucking front flip. Ugh. And I love how she points into the ring, kind of like her opponent standing there, so it'll be cool. I wish it would be more accurate, but it is what it is. But I love how she does this. Yo, they fucking did that thing with Charlotte. This is how you put in a woman's champion in a video game. A woman that's main eventing. They should have treated Alexa Bliss like this, to be honest. But my girl Charlotte looks freaking phenomenal. I'm here for it. I just can't get enough. I can't get it. I've watched her entrance 4 times. This is probably my 5th time watching it again. It's just so good. I can't wait to see what people are going to do in the community creations and come up with different stuff. Like, can somebody please give me the green one that she wore to WrestleMania? Make it real cute for me. I'm just here for it. What are your thoughts, Blake?
10.
10 out of 10.
A 10.
Yes.
A 10. A 10, a 10, a 10. From the animation in her entrance, to the robe, to her new model, her new hair, the gear, taking off the robe, because people were saying, it's still the same entrance from last year. It's just they've added, her taking off her robe, and it's more fluid. And, her, when she, like, twirls around at the top of the stage, it's more slow, like she does in real life. The only gripe I have, and it's tiny. It's almost like water under the bridge for me. When she's walking down the ramp, in real life, she holds her robe to the side. Like, she holds each end of the robe from left to right. She holds it to the side.
And she opens it.
Yeah, she kind of opens it up. But, she's just walking, confidently. That's fine. It's not a big deal to me. I just noticed that little thing. I just noticed, like, little things like that. Mm-hmm. But overall, Charlotte is a 10. I cannot wait. I'm going to make, like, 10,000 gears for her. And I'm going to do all this stuff with her. And I just can't wait. And I'm so excited.
I have a question. Do you think that they're gonna have a championship entrance for Charlotte? They're just not showing us it right now, and they want it to be like a Easter egg, something that we find when we're playing the game, because she's not the default champion in the video game. You know what I mean? So do you?
Go ahead, finish what you're saying.
So do you think that they could have a championship entrance for Charlotte? And you're a big time gamer, but this shit. Would you say maybe? Is it possible?
No, because
they would have showed that off, right?
Well, not only that, I just feel like if a championship entrance is something that we have not seen since Paige, she was the last person who got one, and before that it was Kelly. So it takes like a few years for them to really put another one in. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It takes a few years. Last time, like I said, that Paige championship entrance debuted in 2K15. And so I think it's going to take probably maybe next year's game. Maybe we'll see a championship entrance of Charlotte.
We'll see Alexa. Probably Charlotte and Alexa's next year.
And, I mean, they should have gotten this game. Like we said, we know this. They should have gotten a championship entrance in this game. But, no, I don't see her getting an entrance. Not that they would have shown it just because she's not the default champion, so it wouldn't have made sense if they did that anyway. But, no, I don't see her getting one. It's sad, it's unfortunate, but no, I don't see it.
I hope. I'm still going to keep a hope up for that. But let's move on next. Next, we have Dana Brooke. Now, Dana Brooke, she is the glow-up of the century, if I haven't seen one in a video game. This girl, they brought her to Dr. Miami, and they fixed up the girl's face. Because this looks like Dana Brooke. The hair is everything. They still got that million gestures that she does in this fucking game that Dana doesn't even do anymore. She stopped doing that in NXT. But that's okay. I understand. She's still a new model. It's still a new animation, so they still want to use it. That's the other thing I was thinking about. The other girls that got the same entrances, I feel like 2K felt like these animations were just done, that they want to keep using them, but to save time and shit. But I feel like Dana looks great. The gear is everything. That's my favorite Dana Brooke gear. It's my favorite Dana Brooke hair, like that she's worn on TV. She looks really good. She looks like the real thing. Like, I've been seeing pictures of people taking stills of Dana Brooke on YouTube, on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter, and I'm like, wait, is that the real Dana? Oh, no, that's her. You know what I mean? It's just so good. They did a good job. What are your thoughts?
The most improved girl on the entire roster.
In history, I would say.
Like, okay, this is the thing. And, I have a gripe because Dana's also one of my girls, but last year, it did look like Dana. That's not shade, but it did look like Dana. But it looked like a blown up doll version of Dana, if that makes sense. Like, that's so rude to say, but like, because it looked like Dana at certain angles and then certain renders, it would look like Dana Brooke. But to me, and I'm gonna go and bring this up for all the girls, I think a lot of the girls this year look more sleek in the face.
Yeah.
A lot of the girls last year looked very full in the face.
It's because it's the new technology that they have.
Yeah, and so. Like, like Becky, everybody said, oh my God, Becky had a good model this year, but she had like big cheeks and like a very full face.
She looked like Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob.
Okay, he tried.
She did.
And then you have like Carmella, who was also very full in the face, and Dana was very full in the face. And but the girls this year look very sleek, they look very toned and everything. I just want to bring that up about Dana because she is the most improved girl. And I love the gear. The entrance outdated because she's now a face, and ever since she turned face, she's been doing like this whole new entrance with her flex and muscles and stuff. And but you know what? That's fine. I don't mind the entrance because I love this entrance and I love it on her. So I'm super happy about Dana. I cannot wait to use her. I'm so glad they gave her. To me, it looks like a totally new person.
I know.
So I'm super happy about it.
I feel like
to play with her.
I feel like this is Dana's debut in WWE 2K.
It should have been. This is what she should have looked like the first time. To be honest, this is what she should have looked like.
Well, up next we have resident NXT's goddess, Ember Moon. Now, Ember Moon was a bit of a surprise for me. I was shocked that they put her into this game and they revealed her to us early on.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I didn't think that she was gonna make it for some reason. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. I just felt like they were gonna let me down and not put her in there or something. You know, I just had a bad feeling about it.
Did you think the icons were gonna be in?
No, I told you this is like early on. Like early on. Like I thought we were probably gonna get like 2 people from NXT.
And who are they gonna be? Just Asuka?
I thought it was just gonna be Asuka, Nikki Riot. And I mean Nikki Cross and probably Liv. That's what I was thinking. But anyways,
anyway, go on.
I feel like Ember looks good. I was shocked that they put in the gray hair. You know, like this is the other. Like I was shocked that she got the gray hair and not the yellow hair. You know what I mean? They kind of made her come out like the gray wolf, and I like that they did that. I think her model looks amazing, and this is it's her debut in a video game, and it looks really good. I've seen some good craws of Amber from last year, and I used to enjoy playing with them, but now I finally got my girl in the game. It's gonna be good. I can't wait to see her finisher in the game and have some cool matches with her. I think she's gonna be one of the girls I play with a lot. I'm really excited that she's in the game. It looks just like her. It's crazy.
Well, you say you wanted to see what her finisher looks like. I already know what that finisher looks like. Did you not see the new moves?
I want to see her do it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
yeah.
Got you.
I want to see the hair moving with the tassels flying. I want to see her do it.
Yeah. I am super happy about Ember being in the game. I mean, I never had a doubt that she was going to be in this game. I said it for sure in my brain. I said for sure 100% we're going to get Asuka, Ember, and the Icons, and Nikki Cross. I knew we were going to get Nikki Cross because I knew they were going to include Sanity. So I was like, they can't not have Nikki Cross in the game with Sanity. They're a stable. So I was so set on those 5 girls, and those are the exact 5 girls that we got. And I'm super happy with her model. It looks just like Ember. The entrance, the animations, and the angles, everything looks
great.
Just like her entrance. And, you know, I'm super happy. This is my favorite Ember Moon gear as well. So I'm so happy that they got this gear in the game.
Where'd she wear this gear at?
So she didn't debut it on like a takeover or anything. She had taken like a few weeks off from NXT, not the one where she had an injury with the shoulder. Mm-hmm. That was something different, but it was way back in it was way back before takeover of WrestleMania weekend. So I think it may have been like March time. She returned to NXT and it was a match against Billie Kay, and I think they were. It was an episode that they taped on one of their tours, and she debuted the gear.
And her hair was gray?
No, so that's the thing. Her hair wasn't gray until WrestleMania weekend.
That's why I'm so confused with her.
So they used a gear pre-WrestleMania that they scanned in, and then they colored her hair gray.
You know what? I think that's why I was surprised with Ember, because of the gray hair. Because I was like, damn, did she just change this? Because I think what I was expecting was Ember with the blonde hair, kind of like her action figure. You know how they put it up?
too. I thought she was gonna have blonde hair.
Yeah, I think that's what threw me off. That's why I was like, that's why I said I was shocked that she wouldn't be in the game. I feel like this gray hair is what took me by surprise. I'm like, oh damn, they're up to date like that with Ember. You know what I mean? Like that's how I felt with her. But yeah. I love it. Like you said, I agree with everything you said. It looks great.
She looks fantastic.
It's all about me. I wish that theme song was in this fucking game, but bitch.
Same.
This right here, honey, is my favorite hairstyle of the game. When when fucking Emma debuted this at WrestleMania, I gagged and then came back to life. I loved this look. This is the look I wanted her to have in last year's game. She has it in this year. Her hair looks amazing. The shoulder pads are everything. She still has the same cocky entrance, but Emma hasn't changed her entrance much in a while, so I'm good with this entrance. She only does something different on the top now, but overall Emma looks great. It looks like Emma's one of the superstars I used a lot. Me and her were in a lot of good feuds against each other. I'm excited that she's in this game yet again, but this time she just looks freaking amazing. Oh my god, love. It looks like her. Are you kidding me? Like, that is fucking Emma. Like, you could, if I put two pictures of her together with her and the realistic picture, the real life one, I bet you people couldn't even tell the difference, especially with the sunglasses on. What about you, Blake? What do you think about Emma?
Another 10. For me, as far as like not considering entrance, not considering the model itself, but look, like the look wise, the gear, like the sunglasses and everything, it's my favorite one.
The purple lips.
Like, and you know, for those of you who are, because I've seen a little bit on Twitter, people saying, well, how come she got this gear? Well, let's take a little trip down memory lane real quick. After, when Emma returned at WrestleMania 32, because this is the exact look she debuted at WrestleMania 32, after that, she was on the road for maybe 1 month, and she got injured, remember? And then she got injured, and then all the Emelina crap happened, and then she returned this year, the night after WrestleMania. And she had that gear on as well. So she hasn't been here for them to scan her in something new. So that's exactly why she got this look. And to be honest, it's a fantastic look. She looks amazing. I'm so glad she got this gear. And last year, she was one of the better looking ones as well, too.
Yeah.
The only gripe I had was just the gear was outdated for me. But like I said, that's a quick fix. People can just make that. And but this year, I'm sure people are going to make tons of Emma gears because this is her current style, except she just changed her gear like a month ago, ever since she did this All About Me stuff. And so she just changed the gear. But, like I said, people can make that gear as well. But overall, I'm so happy with Emma. I'm a little annoyed at that overall. But that's fine.
What is her overall?
I have all the overalls of all the girls. Her overall is 75.
I mean, okay, like she hasn't done much on the roster yet, so I can see why they did that. But Emma's just getting started. She's just getting started.
Exactly, because people don't realize. I'm like, Emma's never really had a run on the main roster.
She hasn't won a championship.
When she came up the first time, she was doing that stupid stuff with Santino, and then she went back down to NXT, and then she came back up, then got injured, then came back up, then got injured again like a few months ago, and then just came back like around June time. So she's never really had a full-on run. So, and the people that don't know this, the overalls are not based on wrestling skills; they're based on status within the company, like who is most successful. Like Alexa has an 85, and last year she had a 73. So, and, you know, I think Asuka's the highest rated one. Besides, the Legend girls are the highest rated. But like as far as active roster, Asuka has an 87, and last year she had like an 86, I think, or an 85.
Yeah.
So,
well, overall, Emma fucking looks amazing.
Fantastic.
Up next, we have a legend, Ivory, who's a girl from from back in the day when I started growing up watching wrestling, and she was one of my favorites. She was such a good heel. It's a quick little entrance. She just runs out there. She's wearing next to nothing, just boob, titties. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what else to say, guys. Like, it is what it is. We've seen this last year. I wish they updated her. It would have been nice, but it is what it is. What about you, Blake?
Same Ivory from last year. I don't really have a comment. Like, you know, same. Everything's the same. And I personally I don't play as Ivory. That's just not my thing. Maybe she'll get a match here. Actually, I'll take that back. Whenever I got the Hall of Fame showcase, I played as Jacqueline and I played as Ivory just to see their movesets and everything. But after that, I don't play with them. So,
looks good. They scanned her face.
She looks good.
The face was scanned well. Up next, we have Hall of Famer Jacqueline. Now Jacqueline comes out, shakes her boobies too. Well, this is the Attitude Era. That's why all you see is titties and ass. But the models look great. Like, I think Jacqueline's model looks better this year than last year's for some reason. I think it's the lighting. But I'm excited that we don't have to pay for them this year because I didn't pay for Jacqueline last year or Ivory. I didn't even buy the pack. So I'm glad that I'm getting them for free this year, and I'm actually going to get to test them out. So I'm excited for it, but it's the same gear, so maybe it's going to be new to me. So it is what it is. Anything else, Blake, you want to add in with Jacqueline?
Same comments as Ivory. It's the same.
Yep. Okay, then let's keep it rolling, because up next we have Lita, who comes out in the same thing that she had on last year. And I don't know why they keep putting Lita in this outfit, because I do not remember Lita wearing this at all. Yeah, she did wear camel pants and stuff like that, but where's the thong? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't... I don't know. What are your thoughts, Blake?
Well, for people that don't remember, a couple games ago, this has been the gear that Lita has had since 2K15.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been in for like 3 games now. And in 2K15, she had the red,
the rated R
red,
one, right?
Like she had it was like a red. It was a red star looking thing on her top.
Oh, the gray pants.
Yeah. And they took that off apparently because of some issue. I don't know what it had to do with. That's why she doesn't have it anymore. But same comments as Ivory and Jacqueline. Like, okay, same model, same thing. I personally don't play with the Legend girls. I don't play with Lita or Trish or Ivory or Jacqueline just because I just don't. Like, there's a lot other girls for me to play with that are current. And I don't know. I think it's just a thing of, like, you want to play with the girls that are active and current because, like, you think of all creative storylines that you could do right now. And
yeah.
And plus,
it's more realistic.
Yeah, and plus, like, for example, if we were to have... If we had, like, Trish, Lita, Jacqueline, Ivory, Molly, Victoria, like a whole division, then maybe I could do something. Maybe I could, like, and have them do the women's championship and, like, Tori and stuff like that. Like, maybe I could put something together, but we don't have that. So I'm not fixing a 4-woman division. Like, no, I'm good. So,
okay.
But, I mean, she looks fine.
She looks great. Whatever. It is what it is.
Go to the next one.
Up next, we have Mom-to-be, former Divas champion, Maryse. She's making her re-debut into the video games. Now, Maryse hasn't been in the video games for a couple of years now, and this girl definitely made a comeback with a splash. I think this Maryse model looks amazing. It looks like her. I love how the lights reflect off her gear. It looks really good. My only thing is when she gets up to the apron, like, the hair doesn't flip. And I remember a couple of years ago.
I knew you were going to say something.
I can't, because the last time she was in the video game, they perfected it. They had her hair flip properly. So I don't understand what went wrong with that. But other than that, Maryse looks amazing. Like, they did a good job with scanning her. And I'm glad that she's in the game, because I feel like if they didn't put her in the game, that would do a disservice to The Miz, because she was such a big, important part of his character. What are your thoughts?
I knew Maryse was going to be in this game. I'm still shocked that she's playable. I feel like the only reason she is playable is because she had a match at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. But as far as because she has 2 outfits. As far as the manager goes, well, she has she has a manager outfit and no, same outfit. Never mind. Scratch that.
Yeah. That's Stephanie.
Except for when she's in the match as a playable, she has just like long black boots. But when she's a manager, she has those long knee-high boots that have like the red diamonds on them.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad they did that.
Yeah, she's got 2 separate. So yeah, I was right. She has 2 separate attires.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Attire. It's just they just change out the boots. She has like wrestling boots on for the playable part.
Now I have a question. Do they have those boots in in the Creation Suite?
Yes.
Finally.
So, but as far as her entrance goes, the entrance is new. Because I looked at a comparison from her last game, and this is a new entrance. Like you said, the hair doesn't flip, but as we see later on, there's another girl who has a hair flip in her entrance, and her hair don't flip. So, but as far as Maryse goes, this is like her best model, obviously, and she hasn't been in a game since WWE 12. So it's been 6 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute
since she's been in a game. So I'm happy with Maryse. I'm going to be using Maryse. And I'm happy that she's playable because I did not expect that. However, I want to bring something up real quick. Quick little side note. I'm a little mad because Maryse, I expected her to be a manager. I did expect that. But I did not expect her to be playable. And what makes me mad is that she's playable in this game, but there's one person in this game that should be playable that is a manager, and that is Lana. I thought Lana was going to be playable in this game. especially because she had the match last year. And I'm pretty sure the reason why they made Maurice playable this year was because she had the WrestleMania match. So it's just a little upsetting. And I was thinking, like, okay, well, maybe Lana will be a playable DLC. And as we saw with DLC, Lana is not playable at all this year, which is a little upsetting because I'm like, this girl actually wrestles. Like, she hasn't been wrestling as of late, but she's actually an active person in the division. So I'm just a little upset that she's not playable. Just because the fact that Maurice is playable. But it's, it is what it is. Maybe next year. And so,
definitely.
With Maurice.
She'll be playable next year. She will.
For sure.
Up next, we have Mickie James, who's making her re-debut into the video games. Now, she's another one that hasn't been into video games for a while now. I think her and Maurice were in the same last game together. I think it was 2012. Wasn't
Mickie left before. Mickie left. Really? Her last game was 1 year before.
Oh, okay. Well, the gear is ugly because I don't like Mickie's gear, but they did a good job. It looks like Mickie's gear. Her model looks amazing. It looks just like her. I love the hair color. The hair color looks amazing, especially when you get up close. It looks so natural, the way that they blended in the colors with the brown and stuff. I think Mickie looks great. It is what it is. She looks like Mickie James. What are your thoughts, Blake?
I'm actually excited. I knew Mickie was going to be in the game, obviously, because she debuted in January, so I knew she's going to be on disc. I'm happy with her model. I think I'm not a personal fan of the gear as well, but it looks like Mickie James' gear. Yeah. It looks exactly like the gear, and they did a really good job on it. But that's okay, because by the time this game comes out, hopefully Mickie will debut this so-called hardcore country gimmick.
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen on Monday Night Raw, and then I was disappointed, but then I was like, okay, well, we have TLC, so let's see.
That's what I was saying. Maybe she's going to debut at the pay-per-view. So then maybe people can make those gears and put those in the game. But overall, for Mickie James to come back to WWE and being in a video game, I think it's a huge step up. Because somebody showed me her SmackDown vs. 2011 model versus this one. It's like night and day. So they did a fantastic job on Mickie James. The gear looks accurate. The entrance, people were saying stuff like she's very energetic in her entrance. And I'm like, that's Mickie James. Like, she's always doing them knee highs at the top of the stage and everything. I'm like, that's Mickie James' entrance. So the entrance is accurate. So, I mean, I'm happy with Mickie James. I think they did an accurate job on all avenues.
Yeah. So. It's Mickie James. It looks like her. They scanned her face properly. Up next, we have the Glow Queen herself making a debut entrance into the video games. Now, Naomi. Fucking bitch. Especially when she does the look back. When she shakes her ass and does the look back. I was like, yes. Oh my God, I love this Naomi fucking entrance. And then she runs down with the field of glow. I'm here for it. I loved Naomi's entrance. This is what Naomi's needed for a long time in these video games. They finally did Naomi some justice. And you know what it is? Those old machineries that they used to use, the computers that they used to use to scan the faces, was just not worthy enough for a chocolate sister like Naomi, because they could never scan her face properly. And this year, it looks exactly like her. And then when she whips her hair, when she's standing on the apron before she jumps in, I'm here for it. And how she leans back onto the ropes and then does the aerial and flips her hair. Naomi, they fucking did that with Naomi. 10 out of 10. The outfit is amazing. The hair is amazing. It's just amazing. I'm here for it. What are your thoughts, Blake?
Okay. Before I make any comments, I want anybody to come for me and attack me. Just hear me out.
I'm going to let you talk.
Overall, I am very, very happy with Naomi's entrance. I'm very happy with her model. It looks like her. The gear is the exact gear I wanted her to have. And I'm overall happy with Naomi. However, the only issue I have is that the people who saw the entrance at first are probably like, well, when has she done this entrance? She did it on a random episode of Main Event against Alexa Bliss, and that was in October. So I don't even know why they scanned the entrance way back then. But my issue isn't so much with the entrance. It's more the entrance they chose, if that makes sense. Because I looked at it at that Main Event episode, and I looked at this entrance in the game. It's accurate. It's the exact entrance she did on that episode of Main Event. However, Naomi is very energetic and very all about the dancing in her entrance. This entrance only has like probably 20% dancing. and the rest she's just walking. I just wish they chose an entrance that was more about the dance moves, more about being energetic, because we've seen Naomi in that light several times. That's how she is the majority of the time. So I just wish they chose a entrance that was more relatable to the Naomi character, being fun, being energetic, being all about the dance moves, being all up and about, doing all that type of stuff. That's what I wish they did. But as far as the entrance itself in the game, it's accurate. I don't mind it. I just wish they chose something a little bit more.
You know, I can't blame 2K. I blame Naomi because Naomi doesn't have a significant signature entrance. She changes it every week. Every time I look at Naomi, she does something new in her entrance, which I don't care for because I'm more of her gears. That's where I focus on, like, stick with the same thing, Naomi, the same trend. But it's hard for them to choose. I think that they picked that one because it was I don't know, easier. It was easier to do, and Naomi just.
See, that's my problem. And I know I'm not the one that feels this way. There are several people that feel this way.
Well, you can't. I don't feel like they can blame 2K for this. You gotta blame your girl.
I don't know. I blame 2K because there's several entrances they could have chosen. Yes, Naomi changes her dancing up every week. We know this.
And if they picked one and she didn't put her hand, when she gets on the apron and does her hair flip, like she plays her hair, I love when she does that. Say they picked one and they didn't add that in. And because she doesn't do it all the time, and then people be like, "Why didn't they put that one when she's whipping her hair around?" Like,
my issue isn't. That's what I'm saying. My issue isn't with the actual overall entrance. It's more about just Naomi being like more energetic in the entrance itself. She does her little dancing at the top. She does the slide, which I love. She did, and she does a little slide, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. She has a little slide. And but then she walks, then gets up to the apron, does a little hair flip, split.
She doesn't dance on the apron when she's walking down the ramp. She doesn't dance. She usually slides down the whole ramp. That's my only thing. I was like, man, they could have.
I'm just saying, out of all the entrances they could have chosen something that was a little bit more upbeat, a little bit more dance moves. That's all I'm saying. I like the entrance. I'm fine with it. Next year they're probably not going to give her a new entrance. Why am I?
No, they shouldn't.
So I mean, it is what it is.
No, this is going to be, I'm telling the listeners now, this is going to be Naomi's entrance next year. I don't want to hear the picture because they put in a lot of work with this one. They're going to want you guys to enjoy it for a while now. Even though I agree, like, a whole year of enjoying it is enough. Give us a new one. We're paying $60 fucking for this fucking game. Give us something new. I totally understand that. But they want to work on other avenues, and they're not going to waste time giving us something just to add in a Naomi booty shake. Like, it's just not going to happen. But overall, I guess me and Blake, we both like it. Overall, we love it.
Yes.
Looks like her.
Yes. I like the entrance. I like Naomi's model. Everything's fine.
Up next, we have the SmackDown Women's Champion, Natalya Neidhart, the Queen of Black Hearts, Natty. You guys know my love for Natalya. I love Natty. She's a default champion in the video game. She doesn't have a championship entrance, but I just love Natty. She has a new entrance. This is a different entrance from what Natty's had in previous games. I love when she walks down to the ropes and then down the apron and she grabs her hair a bit. But my only thing with this is this is not my favorite Natty gear. She's more better gears than this, but she was wearing this one for a while. But my only thing is they always get Natty's hair wrong. I don't like this hair. I like the hair from the back, like if you see it from the back, but up front I don't like it. I've seen comparison pictures of when she wore this outfit in real life and compared to her video game one. The ponytail is too far back. It needs to sit up a little bit higher. That's my only gripe. Or other than that, I feel like it looks like Natty. The gear is cute, but it's just not the one I'd pick for her. But I'm okay with it. I'm still going to use Natty because you guys know I love Natty down. And I can't wait to see other people come up with different stuff for Natty, especially the one with the diamonds, the one that she's been wearing a lot lately, that just bling, bling, bling. I can't wait for somebody to put that in there so I could download it for her. But what are your thoughts, Blake?
As far as the new insurance, it's still very basic.
Yeah.
But I mean, but it is what it is. The gear, I hate it. But like I said, people will patch that up, make logos, and it's fine. So that's a quick fix. As far as like her model goes, I mean, it looks like Natty as far as hair goes. I'm not concerned about the hair because that's not something I was ever looking to analyze with Natty. I was more focused on her gear because Natty is one person that I always look at to have good gear, and they chose like her worst one.
Mm-hmm.
And like out of all the gears,
I can agree with that. Yeah, I agree 100%.
And so, you know, it was like she's only won that gear, I could say, less than 3 times on TV. And so, and she debuted at a Survivor Series last year. So
really, I feel like she's wore this one a couple of times, Blake.
No, she's only worn it a few times.
I don't know. Well, good. I hope you're right because I don't want to see that thing ever again. I'm glad that she's transitioned. And when it comes to her hair, I feel like Natty's hair is a big part of her gimmick, especially now that she does the 2 buns. So it would have been great if we can have that. But, you know, she did it too late before they can start. It is what it is. This is when she was feuding with Nikki, right?
Yeah, kind of around that time. Yeah.
Okay. Up next, we have Naya Jax. Now, I'm not a fan of Naya's model. I gotta be honest. I feel like Naya, she just looks too big. Naya's not that big. This woman looks chubby in this video game, and Naya is like, she's a bigger woman, but she carries her weight, and she has curves and stuff. This does not do her any justice. I love the gear that they chose for her because I like that gear. The hair is way too dark, way too dark. Naya's hair is light. Like when she debuted on the main roster, she started lightening up her hair. So I don't understand why they didn't catch on to that. But I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling her entrance. She's too bulky. She looks like a football player. I'm not here with like pad and shoulder pads on and stuff. It's just not. They did Naya wrong, I would say. What are your thoughts, Blake?
Well, they did Naya wrong last year, and they did her wrong again. The gear, like you said, I love that gear, and her hair was black, James. She did it because when she came up to the main roster, she did that light stuff, but she ended up dyeing her hair dark, like, because I remember, because if you go back and look at the matches she had with Sasha earlier this year, like January, her hair was black. So I'm like, ugh, I just wish she would have stuck with the light brown because it's what she has now. So I wish they would have gotten.
Oh, so she switched it and went back. So she kind of did that back and forth.
She did light hair, and she did black, and then she went back to the light, and then she got extensions, and now she's with the long brown hair.
Yeah.
And so
it looks much better on her.
Yeah, and like as far as, you know, the model itself, like you said, Naya is not that big. Because in her gear, the way it shapes around her body, it proportions out her body and her weight to where she doesn't look like that big. Like it makes her just have like very curvy.
Yeah, she just got big hips. Naya just got hips. That's all she got.
So she just looks like it's just like one. It's like she looks like a solid piece.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of that because I love Naya.
Me too.
And also, even if that's not even an issue, like of the actual body itself, the face, because in real life, Naya has like, you know, she's very, you know, Naya is very full in the body because she's got curves, but her face is very sleek.
Yeah, her face is very
Naya
thin.
has a very sleek face. She has a very thin face. So I'm like, they could have at least gotten that. So
Blake, now we can color their hair, right?
Yes. So you can go in and make it brown.
Thank God. I'm definitely making her hair brown.
So, but overall, I think Naya, I'm just disappointed.
I feel better now. I can make Naya's hair brown. Because I just couldn't. I can't get past that. I'm sorry. It's such a disservice. But up next, we have Total Bella, Dancing with the Star, queen of it all, Nikki fucking Bella. Now, when she rips that motherfucking top off, I clutched my pearls. I was so excited. Look at this. Look at this model of Nikki Bella. Fucking hot as hell. This is the best Nikki Bella model I've seen in any video games. They finally got it the fuck right, from her hair to her face to her body. Look at her gear. Now they got rid of that censorship where they would make Nikki Bella's top look like a freaking 3-year-old's tank top. Like I used to hate it. She was so covered up, but now we get the boobs, we get the butt, everything. thing. Like, we get Nikki fucking Bella. So I'm so excited that they finally corrected her. And her hair is dark. She hasn't had dark hair in forever in these video games. And she did dye her hair before she came back to SmackDown. But I'm so glad her hair is back to black. And she's in this video game looking like Nikki Bella and not that no-neck bitch that we've been having for the past couple of years, because last year she didn't have a neck. The year before that she didn't have a neck. And it was just all a head and chin. And now we finally get a Nikki Bella model. I'm fucking over the moon. What are your thoughts?
I'm super, super happy about Nikki's model. It looks like Nikki. They finally got her model correct. I'm so happy that people were sitting here wondering, I wonder what gear she's going to get. I'm like, she's going to get that red jersey with the black shorts.
Damn right.
Everybody knows that is Nikki Bella's color.
So
and she wore that probably from the time she returned in August of last year until WrestleMania this year. She probably wore the red jersey and the black shorts like 98% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
She switched it up every now and then, doing like the blue one and the purple and orange and stuff like that. But
for occasions, special occasions, she'd switch it up, but that's her go-to.
And so I'm like, that's fine. She can switch it up. But I'm like, everybody knows that red is her signature color, so she's gonna wear red. And I'm happy that she has the ripping of the shirt animation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wanted to bring this up real quick because I'm looking at the rest of the list, and I don't think there's any other girls that this has any effect to. The entrance botch that people are worried about, her throwing off her hat. If we change it to an alternate attire, she's still gonna throw off the hat. Did they fix that? Or like, as far as ripping off the shirt, if people were to make an alternate gear and add the shirt on top of it,
if it's still gonna be red or blue, is that what you're asking?
No. Like, okay, so when you last year or in 2K17, for example, with Nikki Bella, they would be the same thing for Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
But with not with Charlotte, with Eva Marie. So with Nikki Bella, if I were to go in there for 2K17, if I were to go in there, make her a gear, and put her shirt on, and put her hat on, she would get up on the apron, take her hat off, and there would be another hat under it. So it was like an entrance glitch. And same thing with Eva Marie. And same thing with Eva Marie, when you would recolor her robe or do an alternate attire, she would take off the robe, and there would be another robe under it.
The red one would be under it.
People were wondering if like they fixed that entrance glitch. Honestly, I think they did, just because there's so many, like Charlotte. That's what I'm worried about. If people make an alternate gear for Charlotte this year, and they put on the robe and like the alternate attire, will she take off the robe and have another one on? Like, so, and I'm gonna be really pissed off about that if that's the same thing.
So she'd have another one on and continue her entrance?
Yep.
Oh, hell no.
That's what happened with Eva last year. Like,
I didn't even know that.
She would get in the ring and, for example, if I were to go into communication or go make a gear for Eva Marie for 2K17, let's say I made her, she had the black and red as a default. Let's say I went in there and made her blue gear. And I put the red robe on in her entrance, and then I would go to the entrance, play her entrance, and she would look good. She wouldn't even be grabbing the robe. And then when she'd get in the ring, she would take off the robe, but there would be another robe under it. So I'm like, what is this glitch? It was the same Nikki Bella's hat. You'd take it off, and there'd be another one right under it. So I'm hoping that they fix that entrance glitch, just because there's a lot of entrance props this year that are being taken off. Nikki's hat, Nikki's shirt, Charlotte's robe, Asuka's mask. If they take that off, was she going to have another one under it? Yeah. So it's an issue that we hope is fixed.
That's a big issue.
It's a real big issue. So we're hoping that the same thing with Becky Lynch, her goggles, when she puts them up on her head last year, when you put them up on her head, they should have another one right under it. So, so yeah. So hopefully they do fix that, because that's going to be a real big issue, because there's a lot of girls this year that have props that are being taken off.
All right, up next we have another Nikki, but this Nikki's from NXT, and she's a part of Sanity. We have Nikki Cross making her debut into the WWE 2K franchise. And I have to say, I love her entrance. It's very, there's a big suspense with her entrance. I love that. It's really over the top, and they really went all out, especially for somebody debuting, but this is what she does. I love that her theme song is in there. It's very slow-paced, her entrance. She comes out, she stares at the crowd, and the smoke, and the fog. It's just on point. Her gear is everything. This looks like Nikki Cross all day. I love the jacket and the mask, the sunglasses. She has a cool, calm walk with her in the video game. And then when she gets into the ring, when she snaps and starts running around, kicking the bottom turnbuckle and shit like that, I'm here for it. Nikki Cross looks dope as hell. I'm so excited that she's in the video game, and she's probably gonna be one of the people in one of my first exhibition matches, because when I get to the video game, I always go into an exhibition match first. I do a one-on-one. I think it's gonna be Nikki Cross versus Charlotte first. I'm so excited to see how she moves in this game, and I'm just so excited for her. I can't even express it. But what about you, Blake? What are your thoughts for Nikki Cross's debut?
I'm happy with it. I think they did an excellent job with it, just because Nikki Cross in her entrance, she's very, very animated. Like, she's like very animated when it comes to her motions and her entrance, and especially when she gets in the ring, she'll start pacing around, biting the ropes and biting turnbuckles and biting the ref and all this stuff. And they got that. Like, they got it spot on. Like, they got her biting on the rope and everything. So
they got a close-up of that, too. Like, the cameras came right up to her.
So I was really happy about that. And even in the Sanity entrance, because people saw the Sanity entrance a couple months ago when they released it, you know, she's even pacing around in that entrance and with the stable, like, pacing around and grabbing the ropes and everything. So I'm really happy that she got her entrance very on point for not only herself, but for herself in the stable as well.
Definitely. Well, up next, we have the soon-to-be returning former Divas champion, Paige. Now, Paige is a copy and paste as well because she's been inactive. It's Paige, you know? Like, I can't wait to see what she comes back on TV wearing, and I'm sure one of you guys is going to get to it and come up with something cute in the community creations, or whatever it's called, the creation suite. They have so many fucking names for it these days. Whatever happened to the good old craw? Just give me a craw. Do you kids still call it craw, Blake, or do you guys just say the community suites?
Well, we don't call it no craw.
But do you remember craw?
But do you mean, I think it's your accent. Are you trying to say caw?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I mean, people say, like, okay, like, for, like, if you're making, like, when you say caw, when people today, when you say caw, they think you mean, like, a created super, like, you create, like, you're a little person.
Oh, like, create a wrestler.
Yeah, like, you're a little.
That's what it means.
That's what, yeah. So that's what a caw is. But when people say, oh, I want that Charlotte gear, they'll say, oh, go to CC, like, Community Creation.
Oh, got it. CC. Okay.
CC, Community Creation.
That's why he's here, guys. That is why he's here. Look, I know how to pick him. Well, how do you feel about Paige? You're like, whatever.
I mean, she's copy-paste. Yeah. She's another person that I thought, like, I mean, they did it with somebody else that we're going to mention down the line, but Emma, they included her WrestleMania 32 gear, so I don't understand why they couldn't have done the same for Paige, when Paige was more active out of her, Emma, and another person we're going to mention down the line. So, yeah. I mean...
Okay, we can move on next. Next, we have another debuting superstar who I'm very excited for, the iconic Peyton Royce. Now, Peyton looks like motherfucking Peyton. So good. I feel like this is one of the best models, though. Like, Peyton is on point. The face looks like Peyton. The gestures, the way that she walks around with the flower and stuff like that. She hasn't been using the flower anymore, but at the time, she was slaying with this flower up and down these ramps. I'm so excited that she's in the video game. And she has the gear that I like. This is one of my favorite Peyton Royce gears, but then again, now her new one, the one that she's been debuting with the high-waisted shorts, ugh, love that one. And I can't wait to see somebody CC it. But the only thing is, I don't like the hair. The hair, I wish her hair was straight. I don't like the curls. She kind of looks innocent, like Shirley Temple with the curls. I'm not here for it. I wish it was straight hair. But I love the animation when she's draped over the ropes and then she slides back in and then she does the turn back to the camera and plays with the flower. Just on point. And it's a bit disappointing that we didn't get an iconic duo entrance together. I thought that would have been dope. But overall, I love this Peyton Royce model. What are your thoughts, Blake?
Peyton has my favorite entrance out of everybody. Just because it's the way, like, there's certain things that I pay attention to when it comes to entrances because, so, like, when her music hits and, like, when it does the breakdown to, like, the instrumental part, that's when she lifts up the flower and she does it at the exact, like, it's her timing. The timing of her entrance is very good. Very, very good. The gear itself, I'm not much of a fan of. I like Peyton in shorts. Any type of shorts gear she's worn, I'm here for it. But like I said, that's a quick fix. Anybody can make that. Now, as far as the hair goes, I'm happy she got this hair because I was a little worried that they were going to get that slick back hair. And I was like, do not give her that slick back mullet haircut. So I'm really glad that they gave her this one, and it looks like Peyton. She has one of the most accurate faces out of all the girls. So I'm happy, and I can't wait to play with Peyton. She's even, well, she just got kicked, but I'm still contemplating. I can still contemplate it, but she was going to be my first SmackDown Women's Champion. But in my game. But
who'd you kick her for?
Ember Moon.
No, you tried it.
So, but I do plan on making Peyton champion like very, very quickly because I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy with her model and her entrance. Everything just looks amazing with Peyton.
Well, up next, we have the boss, Sasha Banks, who's coming out with a championship around her waist. I don't understand that, but it's the same entrance from last year, but her fucking model is, I would say, 3 points higher this year. They really stepped up with Sasha Banks' face because last year the face was a fucking mess. I love the gear. I think the gear is great. I love the gold chain and the gold boss sunglasses and the legit boss rings. I just hate the entrance, the way that she moves around. I just never liked it. The gear is cute. Love the gear. The hair color is nice, but I don't remember Sasha having a middle part in her hair ever. In WWE, she might have had it back in the day for like maybe a night or two, but it's not. I just feel like that's not the hairstyle they should have picked for Sasha Banks. But overall, it looks like Sasha to me. I think they did a good job. It's a big upgrade from last year. It's just the entrance was a bit weak. What are your thoughts, Blake?
Okay, Sasha's. Well, I'll say the good stuff first before I get to the negative. As far as the model goes, she is she's one of the other ones that's been most improved. Yeah. And like as far as models, she's like my number 2 under Dana. As far as the model goes, hair, gear looks great. You know how I feel about the gear. It's got a pattern on it, so I don't like it. I like the gear in general in real life, but I don't like the pattern in the game because it's gonna make it hard. It's gonna make it hard for people to make gears for her. But now as far as the entrance, she has one of the most disappointing entrances for me. I'm very disappointed. It's not her fault. I just feel like out of all the people, she should have gotten an updated entrance just because people were trying to find, like, when has Sasha ever done this entrance? This girl did this entrance when she was with the BFFs. That's how old it is. This thing is, almost 4 years old. So I'm just disappointed. Because Sasha's entrance is, people were so looking forward to her having a new entrance this year, and she didn't get one. And she really did deserve one, and it makes me upset because she really deserved a new entrance, and she didn't get one.
Then again, her entrance in, like, general is just really, like, dry, to be honest. Like, what does Sasha do that sets her out from the others during her entrance? Not much.
Hold on. You just said her entrance is generic?
Like, in real life, yeah.
How is it generic?
Like, she doesn't do anything, like, I'm not, like, throwing any shade towards her. You know what I mean? Like, she's not as extra as they're trying to make her seem out to be in this video game. The way that she comes out hopping around like that. Like, Sasha does that little hand thing, and then she hangs off the rope and just shows her ring. Like, that's basically it. And then the whole time she walks down the ramps with her arms up.
What the fans call it is the push it all out the way taunt. What she does at the top of the stage, she doesn't do that in her entrance. They don't have that in the entrance. She doesn't, like, hold her hands up, like, with, like, a very cocky person during the ramp part, which she does in her entrance. And then when she gets up on the ropes, yeah, they got that part right where she sews off the rings, gets in the ring, but then she does the push it all out the way taunt again. But then they have her doing this hopping stuff and bouncing on her legs and doing all this hip and booming. So, I mean, her entrance is pretty significant.
They just need to tone it down. They need to tone down her entrance because
she just needs a whole new entrance in general.
Yeah, because in real life, she's toned down her entrance. Her entrance is not as jumpy like how it used to be.
I mean, she just needs a new entrance in general. Yeah, this entrance is nothing like nothing like what she does in real life. So
definitely. Well, up next we have another copy and paste, which is Stephanie McMahon. It's the gear that she wore against Brie Bella at SummerSlam 3 years ago, I believe, or maybe 4 years ago. But yeah, it's Stephanie. She's in. I love her manager outfit. I thought that was great. I feel like that's the one they should have showed us with. I wonder if she could wrestle with that. Probably not. But what are your thoughts, Blake?
Copy paste. Same thing as Ivory and Jackie and Lita. So it's just a copy and paste. And I'm pretty sure you'll be able to use her because her manager outfit pieces that manager outfit that she had with Triple H, those pieces are in the creation suit. So I'm pretty sure you can
The
get it to her
shoes
as
too?
Those long shoes, those long boots.
Yes, bitch.
Yeah, those are in there.
Finally we get some heels for these women because I'm tired of the kitten heels. Tired of it. I've had enough of it. I'm telling you, sometimes I like to make, like, you know, like street clothes outfits. Like, you don't want fucking kitten heels all the fucking time. But anyways, up next, we have probably a bitch who deserved this makeover for, like, 3 years now. Summer Rae. They updated her entrance. They gave her a new look, new model. This is her WrestleMania gear that she wore a couple of years ago when Brie Bella retired. I think Summer's entrance is on point. I love the gear. This is my favorite Summer Rae gear ever because she's worn the other ones too many damn times, and I'm just so happy that she gave her something new, and it was a darker tone. I love the dark streaks in her hair. I think it looks good. Her entrance is just cute. I feel like this is going to be the entrance everybody's going to start using. I have a feeling that this is going to be the one that you're going to see everybody online with. But the hair flip is a mess, of course. But I feel like Summer looks great. This is the best we've seen Summer ever. And last year they did a good job with Summer Rae, but this year they really stepped it up with Summer. I don't know what drove them to update Summer out of all people. You know what I mean? But what are your thoughts, Blake?
Well, I would have to say Summer is probably the most shocking out of all the girls to get any type of improvement because people already had it set in their mind that she was going to be copy-paste along with Paige. This is another girl that got a new, not only the new entrance, but she got a new gear. So that's another reason why I'm like, okay, how come Brie couldn't get the new gear? How come Paige couldn't get that gear? But, you know, it's a quick fix. As far as the face goes, I saw a comparison from last year to this year, and it's like night and day. Like, this Summer Rae looks so accurate in the face. I like the gear. It's fine. I'm fine with the gear. As far as the hair goes, I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like black streaks in her hair. It looks very weird to me. So, but I can just color that, so it's fine.
But she did it, though.
No, I know that. I'm saying that I'm not a big fan of it.
You know what I'm mad about? Where's her fucking cape? She had a cape on. Like, that's...
I mean, you can have the cape.
I'm kidding. That's how people are.
But here's my thing with the entrance. Now, the entrance is new, and like we said, the hair flip is non-existent. But now you asked yourself the question just a second ago, I wonder why they updated her out of all people. The reason why they updated her is because, first of all, 2K fans... The fans that are fans of this video game have been giving them flack since the day she debuted in this game, which was like 2K14, I think. And she had the same model 2K14, 2K15, 2K16, and then they finally updated her in 2K17 with the new gear. So they're finally like, you know what? Let's just overhaul her. Let's give her a new entrance, new everything. And also, this, I mean, no shade to Summer Rae fans. Don't get mad at me. I'm just saying, this may be her last game. So they're probably just thinking, you know, this girl, we don't know if she's even going to be here by next year. So
let's do it right. Let's get it right.
Let's just do her justice this last time around. And I think, I mean, as far as I've seen, everybody's really happy with Summer. Like, you know, people are really happy with it. And it's what they deserve. You know, they deserve to be happy about it. And like I said, this could be her last game.
Okay.
Depending on,
Up next, we have Tamina. Now, this was a bit of a disappointment for me because Tamina was one of my favorites last year. I think they did an amazing job with Tamina last year. But this year's very generic, very boring. She's all in black. I like the hair. The hair is okay. I love it when Tamina has her hair up. But I'm not a fan of the gear. I wish they did the gear with the rip stuff. But somebody will CC it and I'll download it. But overall, it always, like, the face is great, but she's too skinny. Like, Tamina is not this thin. I don't understand why they made her this tall, lanky, thin woman. She's you know, Tamina got some hips. She got, you know, she has body. I don't understand it, but what are your thoughts? I was a bit disappointed with the Tamina.
Well, when I first saw Tamina, her entrance, I was like, oh, I'm anxious to see how Tamina looks because I know James. It's like his favorite model ever since 2K16. It's been his favorite model. So,
yeah.
And I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, the hair, that's a little weird. The gear, I was like, I don't mind it because Tamina wears the same thing all the time, so I was fine with that gear. And as far as like you saying she doesn't look that skinny, I think, you know how I said earlier they made the girls look a lot more sleek. I think they may have added too much to Tamina.
What happened to Naya's? Like, they didn't get Naya's body right, and they didn't get.
No, it's like
they shaded the Samoa girls. Like, what the fuck?
It's like maybe they put double dose on Tamina, and that other dose was supposed to be for Naya, but they didn't do it. So, but I mean, overall, Tamina. I mean, it looks like Tamina, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's disappointing because she's been one of the better looking models for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
And then she comes out looking like this. Not to say she looks like a mess. It's just you had high expectations.
You know what it is? Maybe it's because all the other girls look so great this year that when Tamina showed up, you were like, really? Like, this is what you're going to do? Because I was really excited to see Tamina because they usually do a great job with Tamina. For some reason, guys, I just love Tamina's models. And I am a fan of Tamina's. But, damn. That was a bit disappointing. But up next,
don't get it twisted. I'm still gonna be using her to super kick people. So
definitely, me too. Don't get it twisted. Up next, somebody who needs to get super kicked that mullet off her damn head is Trish Stratus. My God, like, this is such a shame. This is a legend, and then they just added another bundle to the back of her hair because I feel like the hair looks super heavy. It looks like it's weighing her down like an anchor on the back of her head. It's just awful.
Not an anchor.
It is an anchor. And look at the outfit. The outfit's a mess. Like, I hated this outfit of Trish's when she was a heel because at that time I was like, oh, what a bitch. Trish Stratus, she's such a bitch. And with this, but you know what? The outfit looked better in real life. It just doesn't translate as good in video games. And the hair is just so stupid. Like, why does your 7-time women's champion look like what's his name? The bounty hunter guy. Like, I forget his real name. He was a racist. But she looks like
Dog
him.
the Bounty Hunter?
Yeah, she looks like Dog the Bounty Hunter. It's so annoying. Like, she looks like Bret Michaels from the 80s. I'm not here for it. It's just a mess. What are your thoughts?
I mean, like I said, it's the same copy paste of like all of the girls. But what I will say is that
I'll shade it every year.
And the whole thing behind this is that, like, do I expect them to update the legend models? No.
I do.
What I will say, well, for me, no, just because, like, I'd rather them take the time to invest in making the current girls look good rather than the legends. Because I'm like, okay, well, they're like extra, so let's get the current girls looking
How
good.
about we do the legends right the first time so we don't have to be stuck with them for all these years looking a hot mess?
They've kept the same leader for a while, and, you know, Ivory, Jackie, they just got here, but Trish, she used to have curly hair in this game, and then they changed it a couple years ago to this mullet. But I'm like, okay, so if y'all don't want to change the model, okay, but at least maybe give them a new gear every year, like something new. Something new. You don't have to, like, either new hairstyle or new gear or new something. You don't have to update everything because we don't need that.
They gave her new hair. They added to this hair. Her hair was never this big. Her hair was not that heavy, Blake. Was it?
I don't know. I didn't even notice. I just saw the entrance and I was like, it looks like Trish from last year.
I've just wrapped up a feud with Trish and Lita versus my superstar and Sam superstar, my career mode, or whatever it's called, universe mode. And fucking Trish's hair is not that heavy. I promise you. I just finished a feud with her ass. That was like my last feud in the video game. I was like, let me go out with a bang.
I mean, I'll take your word for it. I'm just saying when I okay, so here's how I did it. The entrances, like the entrances that Dank Ops uploaded today, I skipped past all their entrances because I knew they were the same. So, and they were recycled. So, I mean, I just skipped past Lita's, Trish's, Jacqueline, because I knew they were the same.
So, excluding the people we've seen them last year, same looks, whatever, they're just copy-paste. Let's give our favorite and our worst. I was going to say let's do our top 3, and then I was like, nah, that's too much. Let's make it hard. Let's give our worsts first.
So excluding legends and excluding copy paste.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually wrote down a list, but I need to redo it because I actually had Paige as my worst.
Okay. I'll go first with my worst.
Yes, you go first.
Nia Jax. I was just so disappointed with the Nia Jax model. This was our second year in the game. I feel like they could have did better than that. Like, that was just so disappointing. It doesn't even look like her. It looks like a bigger woman. Like, I just don't get Nia Jax when I look at that model. I just don't. What are your thoughts, Blake? What's your Worst.
Okay, I've got mine. Mine is also Nia Jax. Just for the simple reasons that you just stated. Because I love Nia to death. I love Nia. And like, it's just unacceptable. Like, does it look like Nia? Yes, if you can look at that and be like, okay, that's Nia. And that's like if they had all the girls lined up in this game, you'd be like, okay, that's Nia, that's Dana, that's Peyton, you'd be like, that looks like Nia from afar. But like, when you really deconstruct her model, it's like, why is she so full? Like, granted, we know, like we said, we know Nia's a bigger woman, we know she's curvy, but she's not a blimp. No. So it's frustrating. And I know that she's a woman who embraces her curves and embraces her body. Yes, we get that, and I love her for that. But,
that's not her body.
That's not her body. So I'm going to need 2K to get on it. In 2K19, I'm going to need them to fix that. And it's just unacceptable to me, just because, like, it's the people say she looked like a drugged alien last year in the face, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. But, like, she just looks very, like, the face looks too full or too, like, sunk in or something. It's just not right. There's just so many things wrong with the model. They got the gear right. The entrance should have been fixed. But I would rather them fix the model before they even get to the entrance and all the other stuff.
Right, so. Guys, this isn't about the gears or anything. It's more towards the model. Like, it's just because I know some people are gonna be like, oh well, I hated Alexa's outfit and but her model looks great. It's just the attire is a mess. But it is what it is. So we both agree on that, and I'm sure there's gonna be other people that agree. But let's give an honorary mention before we name our number one. Okay? I gotta give Emma her shine because I love the Emma model. I think they did a great fucking job with Emma and Nikki Bella. I have to throw that in there. But they did a great job with those two. Fucking dope as hell. But my number one got to go to the Queen, Charlotte. They fucking killed it with Charlotte. They pulled out all the stops for my girl, and it looked amazing. Oh, Naomi looked great. Yo, they had a lot of good people this year, but I have to go with Charlotte. Charlotte's my favorite. That's the one that really caught me. But what about you, Blake?
Oh, well, I do some honorary mentions, but because, I mean, honestly, my honorary mentions is probably going to be like the whole list, because they really did a really good job this year with, like 85% of them, they did a really good job. So, but if I have to give it to just one best looking model, he chose Charlotte, so I'm going to choose her former protege, Dana Brooke. Oh, yeah. Because I was amazed, because people don't remember, her screenshot was released like a month ago, like along with Mickey's, as like two of the first girls we've seen screenshots of, and I was like, that's what I was shocked, because I was like, that is not Dana Brooke. Like, they did not just do that to Dana Brooke. Like, it's a totally new. This is the Dana Brooke that should have been in last year's game, and I'm so happy that her whole model looks like Dana, and I'm so happy. And she has the best model for me, and if it wasn't her, it'd be Sasha. But I mean, I have to give number one is to Dana. Definitely. And Charlotte was also good as well. All the girls, like, a lot of them were really. There was only a few that were like, no, like those models were not good. And that's probably like less than 3. It's probably like just like Naya, Tamina,
and Natty.
And that's pretty much it, because all these girls looked pretty good.
Yeah, they did a good job. So 2K.
Yes.
Round of applause. I give you guys proud. You guys did a great job. The girls look amazing overall. Everything looks great. I'm excited for this video game. I can't wait to create my superstar and throw her in there and get into the mix of things. But Blake, I know that a lot of information has poured out, and we're running a bit overdue, so just let's talk about it real quick. Let's talk about some of the new stuff, because I was checking out some of the I checked out some of the backstage brawl. I also checked out the Road to Glory video and My Career Mode, and what I've noticed in the My Career Mode, which is so stupid, is that when you go and create your superstar for My Career Mode, you can't adjust his skin tone. He has to be a white man until you get enough points or enough credits to a certain point where you can go and change his ethnicity. How dumb is that? Now, that was stupid.
Yeah, when I saw that at first, I was like, because because I did hear rumors that like with the career mode this year, everything was gonna have to be earned, and I was like, oh well, like of course I'm pretty sure we're gonna be like in some basic ring gear, basic, stuff like that. But then when it comes down to like hair and like ethnicity, I'm like, that's a reach, like that's ridiculous. I think
they need to patch that. That's stupid.
Absolutely ridiculous, and like especially just because like people are gonna complain that it's a white person. And, like, that's not right. Like, like, there's Latin people that play this game. There's black people that play this game. All different types of
Asians,
races.
It's just...
Because, like, people want to make themselves in the game, and, like, in my career. And, like, I can't make myself because I'm not white.
Bitch, I'm not white. Like, that was such a big disappointment to me.
Yeah. But, I mean, hopefully it's, like, maybe, like, 2 points to get like a skin color, because I don't know how it really works as far as like earning your skin color. That's so weird to say.
That's real generic. Stupid. But Blake, let's talk about some of the things that you found interesting, some of the things that you like.
Well, like him, I watched some gameplays today. I watched some backstage brawls. I watched some people going over my universe and career mode and everything. For people that have questions about it, you should go to YouTube pages of like Dank Ops and all those other people, because they cover like all that type of stuff. Pulse, Tony Pizza Guy, those are just giving shout outs to those people. But a couple of things that I found interesting was that weight detection is back. And for those of you who don't know what that is there's going to be certain moves that you cannot do to people that are, considered heavyweights in the game. So for example, if you're Sasha Banks and you're with Naya, there's actually a match that I saw earlier today with Sasha and Naya. And when Sasha does a drop kick to Naya, she doesn't fall to the floor. She just kind of steps back and kind of gets like, dazed and confused for a sec.
Cool.
It takes a while for you to get your opponent on the ground if you're not in their weight class. So like if you're like Big Show and Braun Strowman, it won't be an issue. But if you're like Braun Strowman and like basically anybody else in the roster like Seth Rollins, then it's going to take you a while. But yeah, that's really cool. And like, you can't be lifting them up. You can't have like Sasha doing suplexes to Naya anymore, because that's so unrealistic. So I noticed that. And then I also noticed that if you're in your My Universe mode, your overalls for your superstars can be raised, based on like how they're booked in, the universe mode, and like whether they're a champion. And there's also like power rankings this year. And like, basically your number one, like most booked, most successful star is gonna be like number one, and then like so on and so on and so forth. So and there's gonna be like certain challenges you can achieve to like raise it and like stuff like that. And the reason why you said Sasha, I don't know why she's champion, is because the default champions are based on the night after SummerSlam. So that's why she's the default champion. And then I also wrote down that the icons do not have a tag team entrance, which is stupid, but they're still announced as the iconic duo when you put them together in a team.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool. Well, Blake, I know that there's one thing that was really bothering you, is because now that we have the 8-person matches, we have a Fatal 4-Way match, but there's no Fatal 5-Way match, and I know that really bugs you. But yes, can I ask why? Like, what is the thing about that match? I wanted to ask you that.
Okay, so here's the thing.
I know it's been popular lately. Like, WWE's been doing it a lot, but...
Yeah, so, like, for example, Samoa Joe actually tweeted out months ago that there was going to be a Fatal 5-Way match when he revealed the roster reveal part 1.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
And so people were like, oh my gosh, we don't, like, can we take his word for it? And then I was thinking, I'm like, and then when it was announced that they had 8-man matches, I was like, oh yeah, for sure they're going to have Fatal 5-Way, because if they have the capability to put 5 people in this ring, let alone 6, then there's no way they don't have Fatal 5-Way. And Fatal 5-Way has been a popular match for the past 2 years. So... And it bugged me, because I was making universe plans before I found out the match types, and I had a whole bunch of Fatal 5-Ways that I was going to do to crown number one contenders and all that type of stuff, and I get to the game and I see the match types and there's no Fatal 5-Way, and it makes me upset, because I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Not even if you create a match?
No, because the way create a match works is that it's just stipulations and options for the matches that are already in the game. So like, for example, you can make a 6-man battle royal, you can make it elimination and by pin, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're only creating, it's like basically just putting stipulations and certain rules on the matches that are already in the game. You can't just like make up random matches. So, and that just made me mad, because I was like, how are you gonna have 8-person matches but not Fatal 5-Way? Like, if you have the capability to put 8 people in a ring, but you don't have the capability of putting 5,
like, it's been an issue because Fatal 5 used to not be a match type in WWE. So, like, in the past games, I'd be like, well, that doesn't make any sense because WWE doesn't do Fatal 5-way matches. But then when they started doing it, I was like, okay, this match better be in the next game because I was like, they already do 6-person matches, so how can they not do 5?
I get you.
Like,
but
it logically doesn't.
It is what it is. But hey, we got 8 people in the ring, so that's the good side. That's the bright side. Well, we'll see how that transitions online. But is there anything else you want to mention about the game? Anything else you're excited for? It comes out next week.
Yeah, and I get it 4 days early because I downloaded the deluxe. So
awesome. Well, Blake. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna look through. I was gonna look through my history on YouTube to see if there's anything. I'm pretty sure I got it all covered though. And for those people that want to see like body pieces, like upper body, lower body, makeup, nails, headgear, the YouTube is The Revolution, REVELLEUTION.
Yeah, I watched all her stuff today. It was pretty cool. Little disappointing with the creation suites because we got only 3 new hairstyles for the women, which is such a fucking joke. And they add one of the hair is Donald Trump's. Like, really, bitch. Is that what we're going to do? You guys are going to come out with all these new cute hairstyles that were in the game last year. You couldn't give it to us. You couldn't give us Emma's old hair. You couldn't give us Sasha's old hair. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah, I expected them to do the hairstyles from 2K17 because as far as gear pieces, they still kept the 2K17. Like, you have, like, the old Alexa tops in there.
Eva Marie's old top.
Eva Marie's all stuff in her robe. So I expected the gear pieces, but as far as hair goes, I was like, we're probably going to get, the 2K17 hairstyles, and we didn't. So that was a little upsetting. But
they need to start selling, like, bundles. Like, people would buy it if they sell, like, different hairstyles, because now that we have this whole virtual type Road to Glory where your friends list can be in the backstage with you and stuff like that. People want to show off new gears, new this, and this is 2K, and they have those the VC points. Like people would go and buy it. Like 2K, people would pay for extra content, and I'm sure they know that. I think that this is something that's going to come in the near future because they're just starting it off now.
Which is the prime reason why they have the Hardys as DLC, because they're making the money.
True story. And remember, me and you got into it about the DLCs, about how to make money.
I'm over it. I'm tired of that DLC. Like, it's just because when you think about it, the season pass, the DLC is the same price as last year. Last year we got 28 superstars. This year we only have 10. And the Hall of Fame showcases, they don't do that anymore. They kicked it out. So we still have like Beth and everybody, but like you just get the character. You don't get to play like a match of theirs or anything, and I'm just like, that's waste. It's not worth the $30. And I'm like, if I would have known that I was getting this as a season pass, then I would have just
bought them separately. Yeah,
bought it separately.
I'm glad you told me that, because now I was like, damn, that's why I don't gotta buy it. You know.
And it's gonna suck anyway, just because I have to buy each DLC this year anyway. I mean, I don't have to pay for it because I got the season pass. But if I have done like the standard version and then bought the DLCs individually, I would have had to buy each one because I want the NXT pack so I can get Ruby and Alistair, and I want the Hall of Fame pack so I can get Beth, and then
I'm definitely doing the NXT pack because I want Alistair Black.
And then I have to get like the Future Stars, whatever it's called, because it has the Hardys in it. So I mean, like,
I can care less about that one, to be honest. But Blake, I want to thank you. We've said a lot. We reviewed. It was fun. This is one of my favorite things to do, is go over all the looks on the new game. Super fun. And Blake, where can the listeners follow you at? And do you want to give out your gamer tag for if anybody's watching this, who knows, later in the future, and they want to step into the ring with you? What's your gamer tag? Give them all your information. What's the T?
Okay, so if you want to, I just have Twitter, so you can follow me on Twitter at @TopGuysOut_. And if you dare to step in the ring with me online, that's fine. But like what's her face? Like Sonya Deville says, put your hair up and square up. It's gonna be all caps BMR-rated_R. So BMR rated R, but with dashes and underscore.
Thanks, Blake. And guys, Blake is really good in the game, I will say. But we've had
the bestest, I'm the toughest.
Yeah. We've had some good matches, me and Blake. I can't wait to revisit it in 2018.
Hopefully you can take a back bump now.
Oh, shut up. And you guys also can find me on, and Blake plays on the PlayStation. the PlayStation
Yes, I forgot to say
4. And I play on the PlayStation 4 as well, under Jimmy Vibes, obviously. And you guys can find me under every social media platform under Jimmy Vibes as well. So thank you guys. I know you guys have been waiting for this video all year round, and here it is, bitch. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks. Toodaloo.